Alright guys, I decided to go ahead and remove the rear CVs off my 928. I already have the left side out. That wasn't too bad. I thought I would show you how simple it was to really remove these CVs. Of course the car has to be jacked up and well supported. And the CVs are held in place with 6 of these Allen head bolts, as you can see right there, that goes into the rear diff. And you can see on my car the boot is split. I don't know if you can see that. There it is right there. And the boot on the left and right side are both split. And so definitely need to take care of that. It's really like 30-45 minutes really to remove them. Simple. And you have to be careful that you get your Allen socket all the way in the head of the bolt. And what I typically do is I'll just hammer them in until the actual socket is bottomed out. The last thing you want to do is round off these bolts, otherwise, and then you're going to be in a world of hurt. Let me tell you, you do not want to round those guys out. But once it's in, it'll break free. Take your time. And what I do is I do 2 at a time, and then I turn the wheel, and then I get 2 at a time, and then 2 at a time, and then after that you come out here and you have to remove the axle nut, which is this big guy. And I really recommend using an impact gun, which I have my Harbor Freight air-driven impact gun, and it's awesome. That thing has definitely paid for itself a few times over. And you can see the here is my socket that I use for CVs. I forget what size it is. I think it's pretty big. It's a 30mm. I think it's pretty big. But yeah, just fit it over and then drive it back and drive it out, and it'll come free. It's pretty straightforward. Once it's out, I recommend using either a piece of wood or a sledge and just hammering against here. It'll push the splines of the CV through the hub, and then it'll pop out on the inside, and then you just fish it through in between the exhaust and some of the suspension components, and it'll come out. So that's really it, guys. I would say 30 minutes aside, an hour for both, and then you just go ahead and rebuild them and repack them with grease, new boots, and make sure you put the C-clips back in. And maybe I'll just walk through a video on that when I'm to that point. But anyway, wanted to share that with you. Trying to get a lot done on the car today, and keep tuned as so stay tuned, I should say, as I keep chipping away at my my to-do list on the car. Thanks.